the second exercise that you have. If you go on the Moodle page, I've got another set of exercises that you'll download. They're in a folder, and this is what the contents of the folder look like. You've got the two PDFs that I gave you, the two handouts. The Weird World News is the InDesign file that you need to open up. And when you open it up, here's what it looks like. It's two different pages on a broadside layout. And there's different articles on each page. If I zoom in, notice that I've got my paragraph styles already loaded up inside of here, and everything's nice in the line too here. I'm going to turn off my baseline grids just for the sake of clarity. Here's the first article. It does need a headline. It needs some formatting. But here's how I want you to format that photograph that goes along with it. When else do you download the rest of them? Here's the Weird News photos. So for this one, I'm looking for Flask JPEG. Here's Flask JPEG. So this picture goes along with this article. I'm saying what kind of frame style it needs to be. It needs to be in a horizontal frame. Now for this one, it looks already squared off. So you need to be able to at least crop it or do something with it to make it to make it fit into a horizontal area. As far as the cut line style goes, right side of the photo, sans serif, condensed, and bold. So let's put this one in here. I'm going to move some of these out of the way. By the way, you can move things around as necessary. We'll make this horizontal. Let's drop in our Flask. Got these on the desktop under... Well, where is it? Ah, no wonder it was under Mr. Mummert's desktop. There we go. Weird News photos. There's the Flask. Drop it in. It's nice and big. How can I scale that down? That's a quick way of doing it. Auto fit. That'll do. Make it smaller, make it larger. This is the fun part. How do I make it look really good? Well, there's nice white outline. I could scale it up to look like this. I could scale it to only see her picture. We could keep playing around with this. The main thing is I want it to look like it fits the article. Just for now, I'm going to keep it like this. Ooh, that looks horrible. Big old picture of her cropped off right at the chin. Right there, it's still horizontal. Notice that I placed it between the two columns. If I pulled it down further, is it horizontal or is it reaching vertical or something else? Still getting vertical. So I'll leave it up to you as far as the height of it goes. That's a little bit more from there. Maybe I can pull this. Okay, horizontal, that works. Let's see, cut line needs to be on the right side of the photo. So I need to move that over. And we'll place the cut line right here. On your handout, I say what size the cut lines need to be. What do they need to be? Myriad or Minion 12 point, which I believe is about the size of the body copy, but without the first line indent. I do need to read the article and get an understanding of it. How much of the article do I need to read? Whole article?
At least the first.
At least the first, yes. Why the first?
Because it's all the information.
All the best one. New Mexico woman is suing a novelty products maker over a flask that includes her likeness in the phrase, "I'm going to be the most popular girl in rehab." Santa Fe, New Mexico reports Veronica Vigil alleges in her federal court that they obtained the use of her high school graduation picture without her permission. So, to summarize this, I would say New Mexico woman Veronica, V-I-G, is over the use of her image on a novelty flask. Novi. How do you spell novelty? Nobility. Novelty flask. There it is. Simple as that. Doesn't have to be very long. How do I want it to be done? Sans serif and bold. Is this correct? Sans serif and bold?
Yes.
Is it? Is that sans serif? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. We're going to use myriad. Come on. Pro bold. Oh, it does need to be condensed bold. Bold, condensed. Bingo. There it is. When you place these, don't worry about placing them inside of the article. I want you to do it below the article. Does that make sense? Just for now, we're going to keep it below. Also pay attention. Notice what happened when I moved it. Now I can align everything nice to the baseline grid right there. And there it is. That's all that you have to do for that one. Once you're finished with that, go ahead, give this a headline, appropriate headline, and adjust the widows and orphans within your article. What would be a good headline for this one? It's covering 3 columns, so I can get away with 2 lines. What you think? Outrage. Woman sues over the use of her image. Make it a little bit bigger. Whoop, I want it to touch right at that edge. Let's go 27, 28. Uh-oh, not going. Oh, I did the 23, and we'll track it up some. Perfect, right there. Scooch everything up the way the Lord intended. Push things down.
So we don't need a deck for this one.
Say again?
We don't need a deck for this one. We just
You
need
don't,
a
no, you don't have to do a deck. Just a headline is all I'm looking for. If you want to do a deck, kicker, tripod, slammer, any of those things, go right ahead. But you don't have to. Same thing for this one. For this one, you're going to use the Dominique Postop picture, the New York Mayor picture, and also the 2 photographs for this one. This one's going to have a shared cut line between those 2. Remember, you find them all down here. Okay? Here's the fun part. Here's the new part that, for those of you who've had photography, it's going to kind of bring everything together. I'm going to show you how you can automatically generate cut lines, especially if you're working with a photographer worth their salt. Whenever you download an image, there's metadata associated with it. What is metadata?
It lists like you can put keywords in.
Yeah.
It lists everything that relates to that picture.
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
information on like when you took it,
Yeah.
when you stopped.
Yeah, f-stop and all that. Very good. Anybody want to add on to that? You're right on. It's not the image, it's the extra bit of information, extra bit of data that you can do to it. And if you go to a news website like the Associated Press, let's pull them up. The Associated Press is a professional news organization. You can actually download and use some of their news articles. A lot of the stuff that I have, the exercises that I give you, let's see, press releases, come from this place. Some of them have pictures associated with them. Where is their pictures? Top news? There we are. See if I can find one with a picture. Come on. World. Let's try this one. Okay. Here's the picture. Hey, they even give you a cut line that you can use. Let's download this one. If I opened it up in Photoshop, do you know where to find the metadata in Photoshop? Did you know you can go to, once it opens up, File, and your File Info. That's where it's at. Check out what's in here. Here's my metadata. Under the basic, here's the title, here's the author, here's a description of it. There's your cut line. If you are working as a professional photographer for a newspaper, put your cut lines into the description of your photo's metadata. When you send it to the news, that's where they will look for it whenever they use it. Cool? So you don't have to write a bunch of emails and keep up with it. and whatever else information that's on there. Here's what InDesign does with that metadata. Let's go back into here. So for this one's talking about the Malaysian Airlines, and they found new wreckage that's associated with this. I'm not going to format it perfectly, but I'm going to, I don't want a text box, I want a picture box. Drop in the Malaysian Air. So there's Malaysian Air. This is what it looks like. To generate a cut line, I can go to Object, down to Captions, and we're going to open up our Captions setup. This is where that text box that I gave you comes in. From here, I can tell what kind of metadata do I want to pull from. In our case, we want the author who took the photograph, and we want the description that goes along with it. And those will both be in there. As far as the styling, I do want it to be below the image. You can adjust this offset. I'm going to keep it body copy, although I'll change that later. And I'll say OK to this. This is just the setup. Once you've got it set up, if I go back to the captions and I generate a static caption, one that won't change, check out what it gives me. Automatically gives me a text box that fits below my picture. All I've got to do is highlight this, maybe make it bold, reformat it, and now I've got my caption to automatically go along with it. Pretty cool? Pretty cool. So that's what your captions can automatically be generated from there. The same is true for the Yellowstone JPEG. It's got metadata, and the For Sale has got some metadata that you can use as well. Okay? The second part of that exercise is where you will place these images into there and create some headlines and cut lines. The first exercise you need to do, however, is to create your different dummy pages for the different sizes and also the paragraph styles that go along with them. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now. Stop.